You. I need to boil this whole fucking pipe. I just need to put it in a pot of hot, salty water because it's so clogged on the inside now. Like, I don't think I've ever cleaned this pipe out, not even once. I've had it for about 7 years, for about 7 to 8 years. Man, I like this pipe too, but this motherfucker is getting really clogged and gunky on the inside. And I got this little one. I need to just boil both of these down, honestly. I might do that today. Do some cleaning on my motherfucking paraphernalias. You know, try to clean up my paraphernalias. See how that work out for me. I got the AC on, but it's not like really warm up here. But it is kind of in a hair on my neck. Just as soon as I say it warm, my neck felt extra hot. But it's not. It's not really warm. Because we're gonna mostly have cloud coverage all day and a lot of rain, so it shouldn't get too hot today. I cut grass yesterday. My sinuses are weird. You're like, I don't get stuffy until like hours after I cut grass, like late that evening or the next fucking day. Now I feel stuffy as hell this morning. not as bad as it could be, man. I hope they says, oh, man, this is a quick fix, bro. It's just a couple of fuses or some shit. You know? Yo, appreciate you stopping in, though, bro. Whatever that is. Hell if I know, bro. Well, we already know what these letters may normally stand for. U is normally for unit. C is probably computer. And E is probably electrical. But that shit don't electrical computer unit like that. That sounds so redundant. Like I don't know what the fuck that shit could be. That's why cars were better back in the day when you had to just roll down the window, use the lever to slide your seat back and forth. Motherfucking had to turn the key to start that shit. I remember my grandma had her car. That shit had two keys. It had a door key and an ignition key. Or was it a separate key for the trunk? Like there was something. It was like an extra key for that shit, yo. Like a door key, an ignition key, a key for the trunk. And I still got a key card. Like my Equinox's key, but it's the same key. To enter the vehicle and to start the vehicle is the same key. But I think my grandma had two keys. It was one key for the doors and the locks, and one key for the ignition. And one of them shits was square, and one of them was an oval shape. And that's how you can tell the difference. The square key was for the locks, and the oval key was for the ignition. Hope it ain't nothing too major, bro. Hope it ain't nothing too major. That's how your Chevy was. What with the two keys? Motherfucker had two keys for the car, bro. Can't find a beat loop, a drum beat for this. Hmm. I might have to save that one for something. That shit might not work, but I just want to hear this shit. They do, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I remember somebody else was in here talking about no. Matter of fact, it wasn't in the stream. I was gaming one time, and I swear I was on a game with like some randoms, and some dude was like, "Oh, cool, my beer just got here." I'm like, "What?" It's like, "My beer just got here." How the fuck you get beer? He's like, "Yo, DoorDash." I think he said he DoorDashed some fucking beer, bro. I think you can do that. I'm not even lying. Cause I remember really questioning somebody like on that shit one time. I'm thinking I was playing the game, you know. This motherfucker in there said he just DoorDashed himself some beer. I'm like, damn, and then you too lazy to go to the store? He's like, fuck yeah. If they gonna bring that shit to me, why the fuck I gotta leave? I'm on the game. That was his whole excuse. He was gaming. He wasn't gonna leave his controller. That motherfucker was not getting up other than to go to the door. And I was like, you know what? I never really thought of that. Fucking door dashing some beers and shit. Then I started thinking like, damn, do motherfuckers DoorDash like blunts and shit? And I'm guessing you can just as long as the as long as the dasher can buy whatever they're old enough to. Mm. Well, good thing you work from home, and I don't know, like that's the one reason I try to maintain two vehicles. And my shits are old, so I just buy old cars. I've never had a new car off the lot or nothing like that. I just try to buy old cars that can be reliable. And I don't know, for a long time I've just had two vehicles. Like, and what really prompted me to get two vehicles is I just started taking my art so seriously. And it's like some of my paintings are too big to fit in a car. And I was like, damn, I don't want to not have a car though. So, I don't know, I just try to. And then once I realized like maintaining two vehicles for the purpose of, you know, transporting art, and then it just, I don't know, it just makes sense because one of your vehicles may have issues. I remember the first time I thought about buying two cars, yo. Well, I was like 19 or 20, and I was in Philly, and I seen, man, this dude was selling this fucking 80 something Chevy Nova for like hundreds of dollars. I don't even think that shit was like, I don't even think he was asking. If anything, he was probably asking $1,000 for that shit or something. I'm like, dude, this motherfucker even run, bro? Like, he started that bitch right up. And the only thing really was like the leather seats was fucked up. Like the leather was chipping and cracking and peeling real bad. and the you can tell it had like the original upholstery, like even on the floorboards, and that shit was, it was just tattery on the inside. It was basically just cosmetic shit. Like the seats were going, and the carpet was going, and even the roof, the lining on the ceiling, that shit was like, you know how that shit starts sagging in them old cars, and it just looked tattered. But it was like, this motherfucker runs, and that shit ain't hardly had no miles on it, bro. It shit had like, it had less than 1,000, less than 100,000 on it. That shit was like, I don't know, probably had like 70,000, 80,000 miles or something on it. I was like, what the fuck? And but I already had a car, and then I was living in Philly, and then it's like all you got is on the street parking and shit, and I don't know. But every time I think about that shit, I just wish I would have bought that car. But then that was the other thing. Is like I already had a car. Like where the fuck I'm gonna put this motherfucker? where I'm gonna keep a second car at? And so that was kind of like my main reason for not getting it right then. But ever since I've had two vehicles, now it's kind of hard to imagine not having two vehicles. All right. Yo, they say you been keeping up with this Russia shit, man? Saying that goddamn. So Russia does have a national governed military, but just like every other country, like America uses a lot of fucking um paramilitary, like these paid military people to do shit who don't really have to follow rules and conduct of war and shit. So apparently, there's this big Russian private military, and the guy who runs, like one of the head guys from this private military shit, is beefing with Putin. And he's saying that, you know what I'm saying, he didn't agree fully with the invasion of Ukraine, but it is what it is now. And he got troops all on the front line, so he just trying to make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? He said, you know, there's different reasons that they invaded that shit or whatever. But now, I guess after he spoke out and said some shit like that, Putin was like, fuck you, little bitch. And so this general or this leader of this private military force is saying that Putin had the Russian military strike some of his fucking units and kill a lot of his men. And so now this dude is about to he said he about to get revenge over whatever Russian military personnel had anything to do with the strike that they did on his men. So now shit is about to get really, really, really crazy. All that white on white violence makes black on black violence look mediocre at best. Mediocre at best, bro. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers bombing each other with tanks, jets, and then you got other people supplying them with more weapons. Y'all running out? I give you some more. It's like, geez. But they deem a certain demographic or a certain ethnic racial group to be the most violent. When, for one, we don't even have the capabilities. That's not even in our scope of imagination for the most part. Because it's just weird that, like, some people come figure out more and more and more and more ways to kill people. And other people don't. Other people think about different shit. And it's just like the people who always trying to figure out a new, faster, quicker, easier way to kill people. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? You can't perfect the gun enough. You always got to make a better gun, a better rocket, a better missile, a better bomb, a better poison, a better disease. But, oh well. And that's what I was thinking too. Like, who who really makes the weapons? Makes all the money. You know what I'm saying? Oh, black people always killing each other. Da 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 da. Man, and everybody else getting paid from that shit. Hella bread, yo. You think bullets free? I don't care how you get the gun. You think guns free? And why it's so easy for them to get guns anyway? Because it's a lucrative business. It all feeds into the prison system and all the other aspects of the court system and government subsidies and all kind of shit. It's just a perfect thing, man. And it's sad that, like, after generations of this shit, everybody still can't see it. I don't see why. Honestly, I can I can I can almost understand that era of gangster rap, like the original era of gangster rap, the 80s and 90s shit. But after, once again, so many generations and so much knowledge and information that's readily and easily accessible, that we still act and carry on the way that we do. It really does shock and amaze me, truly. And I understand it still is a form of brainwashing that has deep residual effects and current brainwashing from trends and pop culture. And now they made it even more enticing where people have to compare themselves to so many more strangers. For a long time, it was just the movie stars, and that was it. You compared yourself to the big people in Hollywood, and you really hardly compared yourself to those people for the most part. But now that everyday average people can appear to be something else other, now you gotta figure out a way to keep up with that shit. I don't know.
Just don't. I don't see how. Once again, how people are just carrying on the way they do. The world is slowly burning. We are in an epic time of great change. There's always resets, start overs and do overs, and collapses. And most of the time, it's rough on most of society. And we are at one of those moments in history where shit is fucking changing rapidly. It's not that fucking 2 century process anymore. This shit is fucking decades of change that are gonna hit us. And everybody's falling for the traps. Should I make that I need some more whites. I need to make this a little bit grayer, I think. Oh. You know what? I might actually get on my
Hey everyone, Midgery.
I'm having fun with this piece, and I know that these bricks are going to be slow going, especially on this next part of this building. But I think I may try to do some digital art this morning as well. I might just take the laptop downstairs. I did want to get this window right here though. I don't know why I was thinking about this shit so hard last night. I was gonna almost come up here and try to work on this window last night, but the video game gods chose a different destiny for me. I hear some kind of I don't know what that is. Sound like something grinding? Sounds like somebody sharpening a fucking axe. They say you're supposed to get rain most of uh the better part of the next fucking 3 4 days. I kinda not actually want it to. I do. It's just that I don't know. Once again, I hate to drive, especially on my days off. But I was gonna go up to the place where my current exhibit is at because they asked me to extend it. Like I say, sometimes people just want to meet the artist and be able to ask direct questions about the art and the process and stuff. And I do enjoy that. I just hate the ride getting over there and the ride back. But I was gonna do that today because the lady who helped organize the show, she emailed me and said that she was retiring soon and gave me the name and contact of the new lady who's gonna be the director and wanted me to just, you know, meet her and so that we can coordinate on the rest of the show while it'll be hanging and when it comes down and things like that. So and she asked too, is like, oh, if you ever have time, just we'd love if you would just stop by the exhibit at the gallery and just meet and mingle with people. And I know they always want that. And I did it several times when my exhibit was at the museum. I'll just go up there on a random day just to kind of hang out and meet people. But like I say, it's always cool doing that. So that was my plans today. And I've been thinking of, like, I got the email Tuesday or Wednesday, I think, and I was already like, okay, I might do that on Saturday. Go up there, just hang out for a little while, like an hour or so. But how the weather is today, man, if it rains, I don't know if I drive up there in the rain. And the main thing I'm thinking about, like, if it is raining, will anybody be out and about in the rain trying to look at art on a rainy day? I don't know. I never thought of art as like a rain activity. Normally, that's something you do on a nice day where you can walk around. One thing I used to do on or didn't mind doing on rainy days is going to the movies or some shit like that. But I don't know, like, do people like what the fuck do you do on a rainy day other than sit in the fucking house and play video games or work on art or try to hack the servers? Just as a test of your skills, not actually trying to do anything criminal. All right, let's see. I can't really tell what that sound is out there. Might be somebody cutting grass. It don't really sound like it though. But we didn't. We got a little bit of rain overnight. Not enough to disturb me or even wake me up. I don't think. Cause I don't know. It looks wet outside this morning, but I didn't hear anything before I went to bed. So it must be didn't rain hard or for a long time. But as soon as I got home yesterday, that's the first thing I did. I ran out there and got that goddamn grass cut. Cause I already know, like, if they keep saying we're gonna get more rain for the next couple of days, man, my grass would have been too hard to cut if I would have let it sit even like another day or two. Cause there was a couple patches when I was cutting it, that shit was about to turn the goddamn mower off. Them blades started getting caught up in that thick ass grass. Like, god damn, you gotta lift it up and back it out for the fucking blades turn off. Fucking straining that motherfucking little motor. All right. It's like playing chess, man. Yo, I seen that shit too, man. It's like a big ass Roomba for outside. I'm like, what the hell? Just make everybody fucking lazy. Motherfucker don't even want to ride a lawnmower no more. I'm still trying to get me a riding lawnmower. Y'all motherfuckers already moved on from that shit. Y'all just got the robot lawnmower there. Goddamn. Well, shouldn't that make riding lawnmowers cheaper? Uh, bro, which one? Damn. And I'm struggling to remember that part, bro. In Back to the Future, the robot was walking the dog. Mm. I, I know if I see that scene, I'd be like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. But right now, I can't, like, pull that image in my head. The robot was walking the dog in Back to the Future? I gotta go back and watch this movie again, man. I remember all of that. I mean, you got the flying skateboard and all that. But then there was a robot walking the dog in that scene. Hmm. What time is it? About 8 something. Oh, it's almost 9. I've been up for a minute. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we already got them shits.
5.2 is finally here. I'm so excited. There's a lot to go over. Let's take a look. Let's start with what I think you'll find the most important, and that's the new zoom out feature. Here's how it works. You'll take your generation, a close-up of a retro sports car unsplashed. I put close-up in the prompt to emphasize the point. I think zoom out will be really useful when your subject just isn't quite in the frame correctly. And I was pretty sure that was going to happen when I used the word close-up. You're going to pick a generation you like. I like number 1, so you hit upscale. And now you're going to get a few more options. You'll see very strong and very subtle, but don't worry about those for now. Take a look at zoom out 2x and zoom out 1.5. There's also custom zoom and make square. We'll go through all of them. Starting with zoom out 1.5, it does pretty much exactly what you think it would. Zooms it out just a little bit, but look how powerful that is. And take a look at this. Zoom out times 2. Like, holy cow, man. Oh, more goosebumps. This is insane. Every picture is now able to be saved. I know you can't really tell Midjourney to like place the car in the middle of the street more, but the point is that you're never stuck anymore. Any framing that Midjourney does can now be zoomed out, and that is so cool. Oh my god, that's insane. These are so good. And you know what's really addicting? Hitting zoom out again. Like, obviously I gotta show you. While that's generating, we can look at what happens when you hit make square. It basically just cuts the image down into a square, and it's kind of hard to wrap your head around, because I swear that looks the same as it did before, it's just in a different ratio. That picture turns into these. How does it do that? I don't know, my brain can't really figure it out. But that's pretty cool, right? Especially if you're looking for like specifically Instagram photos. This is almost a perfect feature for that. And I don't think that was on purpose, it just happens to work out like that, I'm pretty sure. Oh, whoa, look at these. So this is like 4 times farther back than our original. Pretty crazy that it can even do this. But I will say, this isn't exactly like outpainting, where in a program like DALL-E or even Photoshop, you continually paint around the edges of your photo, and eventually you would be able to sit back and see the whole thing, but then you would also be able to zoom in and get really good detail, like one of those never-ending pictures. Unfortunately, that is not how this works. Like, just because this is 4 times zoomed out, it doesn't mean that these pictures are now 4 times as big of a file with all that previous information still inside. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It really is just a zoomed out picture. You can't zoom back in after. You know what I mean? Maybe you will be able to do that in the future, but for now, that's not how it works. It's kind of like a monkey's paw situation. You can't get everything you want. But the other thing you can try is this custom zoom button. It'll bring up a prompt box, and this is where you can change a couple of things. First of all, you can completely rewrite the prompt. Second of all, you can customize the zoom, but it's not really that custom. You can only make it a number between 1 and 2. Whatever. Try and keep that in mind. But the other important thing is here you can actually change the aspect ratio. And from the Midjourney team, they recommend changing the zoom to 1 when you're changing the aspect ratio. We're going to go zoom 1, and then let's try 2x3. I don't quite know how that's going to work. It's probably not going to work that well. Okay, wait, how did it do that? How did it make it in a 2x3, but it kept the same picture? Like, what am I missing? Why can't I process what it's doing? Like, we go from this to these. I get they expanded on the top and the bottom, but like, It's still the same picture. Like, that is so powerful. So powerful. And I want to really emphasize that. Previously, like yesterday, doing something like this was literally impossible. If you got a generation, it was stuck on that prompt in that ratio. There was no way to recreate that scene in another frame. Like, this is fantastic. But let's also change the prompt. And I mean really change it. Let's just go super random. A dog in space. What do you think it'll do? And then, oh, a dog in space. I don't really know what to think. These are hilarious. I love number 3 and I love number 4. I just don't know what to think. Why would you ever change the prompt if this is what happens? This is kind of like the remix feature though, I guess, where if you change the prompt, you're still keeping the same picture, you're just kind of adding on to it. So maybe I'll have to experiment more, but please, if there are any use cases for this that will work out better than the dog in space, please let me know. The next big feature that I think you're going to want to know about is how they change the stylized value. According to the notes, the stylized command has been fixed to have a strong effect on the amount of stylization applied to your image. Now what that basically is saying is how closely is Midjourney going to follow your prompt. At a low stylized value, it's going to follow it directly, and if you didn't write a very complicated prompt, you might.
Alright. Yeah, they just put a lot more shit on Midjourney 5.2. I was watching one video last night, and actually while I was playing the game, in between sessions I was trying to prompt shit on my phone, but the app just definitely works better on the fucking computer. So damn, listening to that shit really do got me amped real quick. But like I said, I wanted to do some AI art today too. So yo, appreciate you chilling in the studio with me, bro. I'll get with you next time. Peace.